Hi, darling. It's so good to see you. You look beautiful as always. I always love seeing what you're wearing, how you're doing your makeup. It's like you're an inspiration. Yeah, well, I wouldn't work for anyone who I wasn't inspired by. So, on the agenda today, I know that you had been wanting to kind of refresh your work or wardrobe. I know you were kind of saving it for the new year. You wanted to start the new year off with some beautiful new work pieces. That's correct, right? Okay, wonderful. So, I know I have been working with you for a while, so I do know some of your preferences, but I just wanted to quickly go over what you are looking for. Yes, so I already went to kind of your favorite stores and picked out some pieces, but just in case, I didn't grab quite the right things, I can always return it and go get different things. And then just for future reference, it'll be good for me to know, like what specifically you're looking for when you say a wardrobe refresh, right? Okay. So, for colors, first of all, I picked all neutrals: whites, blacks, beige, gray. Is there anything else that you would like in your work wardrobe? Okay, so maybe like dark blues. Okay, yes, cream, of course, browns. Okay, so mostly neutrals. There's not really like maybe some like sage green. Okay. If you can think of any other colors, let me know. But I will stick to mostly neutrals, it sounds like. Okay, wonderful. And then in terms of styles, I focused mostly on like trousers and shirts, but would skirts be in the mix there? Dresses? Which would you prefer? Okay, mostly trousers, maybe some skirts, and maybe one or two dresses. Okay, so if you like what I've picked out, I can obviously go get more of kind of the same genre, but I can also look for some dresses. I have one skirt, but I could look for some more skirts and maybe some dresses. Yeah? Okay. Sounds good. And then again in those neutral palettes. Yeah, okay. No bright colors. Definitely not. Definitely not. I understand. I totally understand. And then for cuts of things, like styles of things, I did mostly kind of tailored but wide leg trousers. Not wide leg, but straight leg trousers. Nothing tight, nothing low cut, but very tailored and very put together. Does that sound like an appropriate way to describe your work style? Yes, okay. Wonderful. It sounds like, based on that, I've kind of understood the assignment. With what I've chosen, it's all neutral colors, mostly trousers and shirts, blouses. But again, I will show you what I got, and then you tell me if there's something missing, what you would like me to get more of, because I didn't get you a full wardrobe refresh yet. Obviously, I wanted to get you a few pieces, get your opinions on them, and then I can go and purchase more for a full wardrobe reset, if that's what you're looking for. Okay, wonderful. So let me jump right into some of the pieces that I found for you. Okay, wonderful. first of all, I think this is just such a classic. This is just a beautifully tailored white button down. And it might be a little boring, a little like, yes, of course, but I do think it is important to have a really beautiful, tailored, structured staples, right? So this is, of course, a white button down with a collar and these pearlescent buttons that go all the way down the front. Now, this is a pretty standard length, I would say, of button down. It's not going to be cropped, obviously, but it's not like a full length, like a men's suit shirt, right? It's just an appropriate length shirt. This you can tuck into a pair of trousers, or you could just wear it like this if you would like a more casual look. You could also wear it open if you wanted to wear like a shirt underneath, a t-shirt, a camisole, for a much more casual look. But what's really beautiful about this shirt is just the impeccable tailoring. So this is really going to fit you like a glove. It will accentuate your waist. It is tailored to kind of go in at the waist, so it will make you look snatched, but in an elegant, sophisticated way, you know? And then, of course, it has long sleeves with the buttons at the bottom, and these can always be unbuttoned and rolled up at the elbows if you are going for a more casual look. So it's a staple for a reason. It's very versatile, very elegant. Yeah, so this is one of those things that if we're doing a full wardrobe reset, that you could get in multiple colors, right? You could do white, black, cream maybe. You could do dark blue. You could do beige. You know, you could get it in a multitude of colors and switch it out in various outfits. That is very like finance bro coded, so I'm not sure if we want to go all the way to having multiple of the same shirts and just swapping out. I think we can have a little bit more fun with our fashion, but it is a really good staple, so I would have it in at least white and black. Okay, and then I brought what I think would look really, really, really cute layered with that shirt. So you can obviously wear that shirt by itself, but maybe if it's colder or you just want to layer it with something, I think you could layer it with this adorable sweater vest. So this is in a lovely neutral beige color. It has a high neck. So that if you layered this on top of that shirt, you would just see the collar at the top, which I think is adorable. It's this beautiful knit fabric. And the sleeves and neck have this striped pattern. And then it goes down to this cute little detail down here. It's like a diagonal knit pattern. And then the base right here. So again, this is not cropped. This is a, normal length. It'll hit you like maybe an inch or two below your trousers. But you could always like fold it up a little bit if you want it to hit right where your trousers are. And it's like a thick enough fabric that it'll stay where it's put. So if you wanted to fold it over, you could. Okay, so that is one combination. What do you think of that? Okay. Okay, so you like the vest shirt combo? Okay, so you do want the shirt in black as well. Great choice. And then maybe the vest in gray. I'm trying to think what would go with the black underneath. Or you could always just keep it with one vest and you could wear that vest with both. Because those shirts are so versatile, you don't always need to wear it under the vest, right? Yeah, okay, let's stick with that for now. Let me show you what else I have and we can make our decisions at the end, yeah? Okay, wonderful. So next, I am slightly on a little vest kick, so you might see a pattern here. Here is another vest, but it is a very, very different style. So hopefully you also like this one. So this is like a crepe fabric instead of the knitted fabric, and it is a very tailored little button-up vest. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, 4 buttons at the front, a very low cut V in the front, and then a high back, and it is slightly cropped in the back, so there will be about 1.5 inches or 2 between the back of this and the top of your trousers. So this is absolutely adorable. Again, it's super tailored, so it's going to snatch you right in. But I will say, because it is so low cut and because it's a little bit cropped at the back, I would say you would have to layer underneath it. So I would say just like a t-shirt, a white t-shirt, or really any colored t-shirt, depending on what you're wearing on the bottom, obviously, what trousers you're wearing. But if you're just wearing black trousers, you could wear a white t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a blue t-shirt, really any color underneath. Or if it's colder, you could also wear like a turtleneck underneath. Would be really, really cute. Again, really any color would work. But it couldn't be like a sweater. Yeah, it would have to be just like a tight fitting turtleneck. it would be really, really cute. Yeah, okay. You like that one? Amazing. Okay, I have one more top and then we can talk about trousers, and I have one skirt. Okay, great. So this one was a little bit of a toss-up for me whether you will like this style. So if you don't, that's great. That's why I brought it to you before going out and, purchasing your whole wardrobe. But I thought it was absolutely darling. So it is this pretty sheer kind of mesh fabric. It is a high neck shirt with long sleeves with these adorable little button details. Aren't those so cute? Adorable little button details, very feminine and cute. The sleeves have kind of this ruching at the shoulder, so they're kind of like very, very understated princess sleeves, which is just adorable. And then it buttons down the front with just these normal black buttons. But what I think makes this shirt so cute is that it has this little tie at the neck. So it ties at the neck and it's buttoned all the way down. So it's this really, I think, feminine and cute shirt, but very appropriate for work. And I would say it's a little bit long at the bottom, so I would say you could tuck this into trousers or a skirt. Yeah, and obviously it is see-through, so you would need to wear a camisole or like a t-shirt underneath it. Yeah, I just thought it was so cute. Okay, you're not sure? Totally fine. I would say go ahead and try it on, see what it looks like on, because I think it's a little hard to visualize on the hanger, and then let me know what you think. Because if you don't like it, that's totally fine. We can stick to more like simple styles, but I did think it was very feminine, very beautiful, but still elegant and definitely work appropriate. So yeah, you try it on, let me know what you think. Yeah, so now those were all of the kind of top options. Actually, let me get your thoughts on the tops before we move on to trousers. So out of the tops, which ones were your favorites? Okay, so your favorite was the first combo I showed you, which was the white shirt and the knit vest. Okay, great. So do you like the idea of layering and that sort of stuff? Yeah, okay. And then what did you think of the adorable little black vest? Okay, you like it, but you need to try it on. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot more like tailored than it looks on the hanger. So with a beautifully tailored pair of trousers, you'll look like $1,000,000, I promise. Yeah, but try it on, let me know what you think. And also, I mean, I know all your sizes already, but just make sure that everything fits, because different stores have different sizing. So with a lot of this like tailored stuff, it really has to fit correctly. So yeah, if it's the wrong size, I can just pop out and buy you a different one. It is totally fine. Yeah. And then the last shirt you're still not sure about and you're gonna try it on. Yes. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Oops. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and jump into trousers then. The first pair I have are super simple but beautifully made. So they are these beautifully tailored black trousers. Hang on, let me do them up for you. Okay. So they are just really simple but beautifully tailored black trousers. So these will be pretty high-waisted, so they will end up around your waist rather than your hips. But again, they are really well tailored, so they will fit right on your waist, make you look absolutely snatched. And then they are like a straight leg, so they are not going to be tight around your thighs, around your butt. They will just kind of flow beautifully. Yeah. And what's really good about these is that they make them in a tall size. So I know you're always having issues finding trousers that fit, that are long enough, and these are definitely long enough, right? They are really long. So I think these are going to fit you absolutely beautifully and will just complement all of the tops that I already showed you. So for instance, this pair of trousers with this vest, absolutely adorable. I know maybe adorable isn't what you're going for, but I think you'll look professional but really put together, really beautiful. Just like a woman who knows what she's doing and dresses well to boot. So I think these are just a beautiful staple that you need in your closet. And again, these are things you could get in white, in beige, in gray, in blue, in every color, and you would wear them all the time. Yeah, they're also just a lovely fabric. Okay. Then let's put those over there. Another pair of trousers that I have, very similar but slightly different. So sorry, let me do them up for you again. Okay, so these are going to be very similar, but these trousers are made of wool. So really classic. Again, tailored beautifully. They're again going to be that kind of high rise, snatched around your waist style, but with a straight leg that goes all the way down. But I just think having a pair of wool trousers in your repertoire, in your closet, is very important. I think wool is warm while still being elegant. These are also fully lined, so they won't be scratchy or anything against your legs. And they are just a beautifully tailored pair of wool trousers. They have pockets on the back with little buttons, which are cute. Yeah. So again, very much a staple. You could have these in gray, in blue, in maybe beige, maybe like a tweed would be cute. Just a really beautiful pair of trousers. Okay, and lastly, I have one skirt. So this is just a very, very simple silk skirt. It's in this beautiful kind of mocha chocolate brown. It just has an elasticated waist. There's no closure here, so nothing to be uncomfy. It is a midi length, so it's going to hit you like mid calf. But it's really simple, but just really elegant and really luxurious. The way it catches the light is gorgeous. So I know it's winter, so maybe not a lot of opportunity for skirt wearing, but I can picture this with like a chunky black sweater, like turtleneck sweater, so you'll still be warm, and then you could wear it with like knee-high boots. I love the style of like midi dresses with knee-high boots. Like you can't really see the boots, they kind of disappear under the skirt, but I just think it's so elegant and beautiful, and it keeps your legs warm, so your legs stay warm under the skirt. And again, really classic staple, so you could get it in a bunch of colors if you like it and swap it out with different tops, different shoes, different styles. Okay, so those are all the bottoms I brought. What are your thoughts? Yes, so the black trousers, yes? You like them? Yes, okay, amazing. And would you like it in any other colors? Because it is a staple. Yeah, okay. Definitely white. Maybe like a beige color if they have a nice one. Okay, totally. And then what about the gray wool? Oh yeah, no, they're completely lined. They won't be itchy. Yeah, well, here, you can feel them. Yeah, so you can feel the outside wool is a little bit itchy. It is wool, it'll keep you very warm. But then if you feel the inside, yeah, it's super soft. Yeah, so it won't be itchy at all. Yeah, but again, try them on, tell me what you think. So you'll try them on, and then if they also have them in like a navy, yeah. So with that, I think you'll be pretty set with trousers, unless you would like a different style for work, like maybe a slightly more low rise, or I don't know, slightly more fitted. No, okay, you think you'll be set with that? Okay, perfect. And then what do we think about the skirt? Okay, you like the skirt? Okay, so maybe a different color. Yeah, no, I really do think it would go with black, if that's what you're worried about. Yeah, well, we can also, you can try it on and I can style you the way that I envision it, and you can tell me if you like it or not, of course. Yeah, but I remember in the store they definitely did have like a burgundy, they had it in black, they had it in cream, so there's definitely different options if you like the style but you don't like the color. Yeah, of course. Okay, I will go and look for different colors. Okay. Great. But all in all, it seems like you liked most of what I picked, right? So I think I kind of understand what you're going for with this wardrobe refresh, and I can go and pick some of the best pieces that I think you will love, and we can do the full refresh. Yeah, okay. So you can go try on the various things that we said you were going to try on. Let me know. I will go pop out right now, head to the stores. Yeah, they're from quite a few different stores, so I will head to all of them, pick out some more pieces, and you just call me or text me and tell me what you think, and I'll buy stuff on the way. Yeah, okay, well, I'm so glad you liked. I can't wait to see you in all of this stuff. You're gonna look amazing. Yes, this year is totally your year. You're gonna look beautiful at work. Okay, bye bye. So nice to see you again. And the next time you see me, I will have your full wardrobe refresh. Okay, bye bye.